Hi.
It's time for Blumpkin&Friends, starring your host, the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
I think they said something about, like, a podcast or whatever. I don't know.
Hey kids, I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin, and with me today is my friend,
Nurse Ashley.
Nurse Ashley, and she's going to spend some time talking about a weird and gross stuff that she's come across in the years where she's been a nurse.
All right.
This is just something that we had a conversation in my kitchen last time she was here, and she mentioned something about floppy penis lips from catheterization. I'm like, boom, episode, yes, do it, book it now, go.
Right.
And now I am ready to hear about how long have you been a nurse?
Since 2011.
And that entire time has been you going to see patients in the home or working at a home, or what are we talking about?
No, I worked for about 4 years in assisted living, and then I've been doing home care since last year.
I knew that. I just forgot temporarily.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
That's
So,
all right.
What do you like better between the two of them?
Home care.
Because
It's a lot of freedom. I can do what I want. I get to see cool shit, and I don't have to see patients every single day forever.
it's good. The first few things you said about it almost started to sound like the lyrics of that George Michael song, Freedom, in my head. But then you started talking about patients, and I don't think he does, unless he's talking about his most recent trip to an AIDS clinic. Oh. Give me the most weird or gross thing that's happened recently. Run through some incidents.
Oh, recently, I had a woman that I could fit almost my entire fist into her boob.
Hang on.
Into
her boob.
her boob, yes.
Like you put your fist on her areola and pushed in?
No, like she had a huge wound, and I had to like pack it with a bunch of different stuff, and yeah, I could fit
How does that even happen?
It started out as a pimple, I think she said, and just kind of went south. So, yeah, that was kind of interesting.
What, did she rub monkey shit on it?
No, I really honestly don't know how it happened. All I know is that it happened and it kind of sucked.
Ew.
I got an email from my grandson. He gave me some tips about some otherworldly Eastern medicine things I should try, and I rubbed some monkey poop on my pimple, and now you've got your whole hand in my boob.
It could have been something like that.
That's fucking nasty.
What else?
Pretty sure she's got necrotizing fasciitis.
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
But I had a gal with a wound that covered her entire hip, all the way back into her butt and then around to her labia.
Oh, yeah.
That was an interesting visit.
Was it like a rash?
No, it was like a gaping hole. Or gaping holes, I should say.
Giggity.
Are we talking about her pussy or
no,
the wound?
No, not her
at this
pussy.
point?
No, the wound. The wound was a gaping hole.
A gaping hole.
In her labia.
In her Ew.
Yeah. Yeah, it was horrible.
What did she sit on a park bench in the wrong part of town?
Nope, fell and couldn't get up and sat there for a really long time. And it started as a bed sore.
Are you picturing it? I'm picturing it.
What the hell happens to our skin when we get old?
Well, your circulation isn't as good as it used to be, so the perfusion from your blood isn't as good, which means that it's not feeding your body its blood. So if you're laying in one spot, that spot's not getting any blood to it, and then the tissue starts to die. And then you get bed sores, and bed sores get worse when you don't take care of them, and yeah. It's good fun times.
None of this was covered by Wilford Brimley in the movie Cocoon. I feel like I was let down, like he should have forewarned me. He said, "We'll never get any older, and we'll never ever die." He didn't say, "We'll never get any older, and we'll get huge wounds on our naughty parts. You can finger them."
You really could.
Diabetes.
That is a problem.
He has diabetes.
I never saw that movie, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Tell me about something with a dick. Let's switch gears. We've
Um,
gone boob and we've gone pussy. Let's go dick.
I have a gentleman who got a hydrocele on his penis.
What the fuck does that mean?
Basically, it's like a bubble
Bubble.
on it, and it burst open, and it literally like filleted his penis. So if you think about like a snake's tongue, how it's forked, that's how his penis head looked. That's pretty awesome. For me.
You? Not
Exactly.
for him. I feel like he would have a slightly different opinion about that.
Yeah, he probably does.
Oh God, I don't know how the hell you do it because I mean, for starters, none of my grandparents ever made it to like hospice or assisted living. They all pretty much either died at the hospital or at home. But they start to smell a bit from not washing their ass as much when they're older.
Yeah, there's a distinct smell. Old people have a smell
Of pee.
And poop.
Pee-pee.
Yeah.
I would go to their apartments for my maternal grandparents, and I'm not saying they would smell or their apartment would smell, but the building and the hallways would smell.
It never goes away.
Jesus Christ.
It's bad.
They should just go through there with like a backpack pressure washer of Febreze and douche the whole place.
I don't even know
months.
that would work, to be honest. I mean, if you think about it, so say for example, I have a patient who uses a urinal throughout the whole day. He spills it all the time.
And he pees in a jug?
Yeah, he pees in a jug and then he spills it all the time.
Because you said urinal, it made me think of a toilet on the wall. I'm like, so what's wrong with him using that? He just turns around and sits on it and poops. And
No.
as long as it goes down the hole, it's...
No, I did see a gal in a bar once taking a pee in a urinal. That was an interesting thing. She literally just backed up to it and sat down like in the urinal and took a shit and peed. Yes.
God, I hope somebody finds
Shout out
her.
to Sidelines in Cambridge, Minnesota.
Somebody owes that woman a ribbon
Or something.
for ingenuity.
Yeah. Apparently the line was a little too long for her.
Was she attractive?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Well, you'd know if it was like a really hot young girl or like a
No.
lesbian that looks like somebody's uncle.
She's probably somewhere in between because I don't remember.
All right, so John Denver took a deuce in the urinal.
No, I'm probably better looking than John Denver. Girly parts and stuff.
Girly parts. Well, she wasn't like butt naked, just like fucking tweaking her tits. Deucing, going
no.
doo-doo.
No, she was not.
Oh my God.
More like trying not to fall over and laughing hysterically because she was absolutely shit-faced.
No.
But, yeah. So back to my guy with the urinal.
Yeah.
He spills his pee all over. And he keeps his apartment at about 85 degrees. So it's like hot, fermenting piss. It smacks you in the face before you even hit the door.
So it smells like the state of Louisiana. As I imagine it does somewhere around Mardi Gras.
Yeah, probably. I've never been there or experienced that, but I would assume that it probably is similar.
Don't go there. It's a toilet, I hear.
I don't plan on go there.
I mean, obviously, you would spend the entire time being propositioned with beads.
I love beads.
Enough to just have your tits hanging out the whole week you're there?
No, because what's the fun in that?
Just don't even pack any
Flashing
shirts.
people's way better.
Just bring like 5 pairs of shorts and then just walk around topless for a week.
That would be...
Get body paint.
Ooh, now you're onto something.
One day you could have like flamingos.
I don't know that a
The
flamingo
next day
would
you could
cover
have toucans.
anything. I get the toucans joke. Ha ha ha, I see what you did.
No, I
there.
didn't try to make that pun.
Oh.
I was sticking with birds.
Oh.
Peacocks?
Roadhouse.
Like peeking cocks? Was that another
Oh,
pun?
why would you paint dicks on your tits?
No, like you pique someone's interest. You pique a penis. My boobs are showing. It's going to pique. It's not funny when I have to explain
I
it to
just
you.
woke up from a couch nap that was 2 hours long, and then I pooed, and then we're recording, and now my brain hasn't fired up. I've been
I'm
dead
sorry.
on my ass all day.
It's okay.
I slept for 6 hours. I was up for 4.5. Then I slept for 3 hours. and
It's
then
good to have goals.
I was up for another 3. And then I slept. I've been asleep more today than I've been awake.
Are you sure you're not sick?
I'm pretty sure. I just been out in the sun a lot the last few days. You can tell by my minor sunburn on my shoulders.
You're a baby.
We went to the splash pad, and with this work schedule being that I'm on graveyards again, I'm just dead.
Oh, bummer.
Trying to sleep regular hours on my days off doesn't take. And yesterday I woke up and then I watched a movie and then I worked out like hard. And then some point during the day I was just like, I need to lay down. I'm going home for a bit.
And then you never got up.
I didn't come. Did I come home and take a nap? I don't know. At some point, Neil came over and we finished. We put the final touches on episode 15 of Blumpkin&Friends.
Is that how far you are now?
Yeah, this is 16.
Oh, look at that. Yay.
Well, what were you expecting? You wouldn't go that far? Because I can propel the
No,
show.
I just haven't listened in a while.
Well,
sorry.
Fuck your face. God.
You'd like that. Anyway.
I'm not going to argue that point.
More
gross old people stuff.
More gross old people stuff?
The more grotesque, the better.
Ooh. Have you ever heard of a GI bleed?
From their belly button?
No. It's bleeding internally that comes out both ends. It's super disgusting.
Both ends or both sides?
No, both ends.
Mouth and anus?
Yes.
So
they're vomiting up shit, and it looks like coffee grounds almost, and the smell is so atrocious it sticks with you for about a week. I had a gentleman who I was walking down the hall at an assisted living, and I smelled this horrendous smell. And I was a fairly new nurse at the time, and had no idea what it was, and I'm trying to investigate. Like, I thought something had died. Like, there was an animal that got in the wall, and it died, or something.
Or one of the residents was sitting on a bench somewhere, wilting.
Right. In the hot summer sun, after being covered in manure. I mean, it was so bad. It is the most disgusting smell ever.
I suppose a Tic Tac or some Listerine wouldn't fix that.
No. 17 gallons of Listerine wouldn't fix that. So I'm investigating, and I get outside a door, and it's super powerful. So I walk in, because when I knock, there's no answer. I walk in, and I turn around the corner, and it looks like an absolute crime scene. I mean, there is like blood and shit everywhere.
That sounds like a genre of porn that some people pay money from their credit card to view.
I don't know that anybody would want to pay money to smell this.
Not smell it.
But you can't unsmell it. Like, you smell it, and it is there forever. I still distinctly remember the smell, even though it was several years ago.
Well.
Because it was disgusting. So, this guy is, like, crying because he can't do anything. He can't get up. He can't get off the toilet. He is literally sitting on the toilet, shitting and vomiting shit.
You know what happens
everywhere.
To the best of us.
Yeah.
Especially my mom.
You son of a bitch!
So I'm trying to figure out what the hell I do. So I roll up my pant legs because I'm like, I'm not getting this all over the bottom of my shoes, and I'm trying to get him a bucket, and he's got that look like he's going to vomit again. So I back up, and he vomited exactly where I was standing. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe I should probably call 911 because this isn't right. I mean, this shouldn't be happening. So I called 911, and the police officers got there, and they took one step into the room and turned around and walked out and said, "Do you got this?" I was like, I guess. Thanks for all of your help, assholes. So we waited for the paramedics to arrive, and I could hear one of them coming from down the hall saying, "Oh, GI bleed." Apparently it has a distinct smell that you just don't ever forget. And it always smells the same. I haven't experienced it since then, but it was probably the grossest thing I've seen or smelled. It was bad.
The vision I had when you said it comes out of both ends, once I got the clarity, I thought of it sounds like a Garbage Pail Kid card from the 80s.
Like GI bleed Gary or something?
It'd probably be Barry. Go with the bleed and another B to phonetically roll off.
I guess you could. Whatever works. Yeah, it was really gross. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bet you'll never see anything like that in a Saw movie.
You might. If they're really twisted.
How many bodily fluids are you willing to spill? You've been a bad boy, and now it's time to play my game. By the way, there was a razor blade in that candy bar. Enjoy.
Fucking clown doll.
On a tricycle.
Try not to get any on the carpet. We just had it shampooed.
There's never any considerate advice from that fucking doll.
No, not at all.
Son of a bitch.
I think that's kind of his gig, though.
Okay, so so now we've had a boob story, a labia story, a dick story, and a butt/mouth story. You're going to have to go back to labia story. We need another pussy story.
Well, I can say that your answer is going to be no, but have you ever tried to Cath a woman who weighs 300 or 400 pounds?
No, why would I do that?
That's disgusting. So imagine sweat socks, sardines, and vomit.
I'm going to have to send
all
out
mixed in
scratch
one.
and sniff cards with this episode for the audience so we can do smell-o-vision.
No, God, no. You know, and then you throw in a little bit of a yeast infection to go on top of it.
Yeah.
And you have to try to like pull apart the legs because they're so fat and lift up, you know, the gunt to get at things.
like
And
a
you can't see anything and you don't want to feel anything.
Do you put on like gloves, goggles, and a miner's helmet for that?
I have a miner's, just a light. I don't have like a helmet.
No,
with
you
it,
need the
but
helmet.
No, well, I guess you might, but yeah, I do have a miner's light that I use.
You might accidentally tickle something while you're down there that ain't been touched in a while, and she'll flail.
Oh,
and
my
it'll be like
gosh.
a Rube Goldberg machine style of domino effect shit falling. Like a broom handle hits a step ladder, which then knocks over part of a bookshelf, and then a cuckoo clock falls on your head. That's why you got to have helmets.
I'll take my chances.
And then Pee-wee has like a delicious breakfast right there on his plate waiting for him, and he takes one bite and says,
Bacony!
and then he leaves. Pee-wee.
Okay.
Somebody needs a shower!
She does. She
Your
definitely
pussy
did.
stink! All right, I won't tie Pee-wee into this old lady's cunt anymore. Go on.
So anyways, it's always hard to find the hole.
Giggity.
And it takes some time.
It is.
It's
In the dark.
In the light, it's hard. Really hard.
Giggity.
I did have a lady one time, keeping on with the vagina stories, who moaned the entire time I was putting in her catheter. Like sexually moaned. Yeah. Super
See, I told
uncomfortable.
you, nobody's touched that for a while.
Super uncomfortable.
Well, so you should be an expert at putting catheters into vaginas to the point where
I'm
like,
pretty good at it.
you don't need the lights on. Just like those kids that are geniuses, they can do a Rubik's Cube with a blindfold on. You're sitting there in the dark like, Psh, I got this. Just give me like a rib spreader and a clothespin and I'll do this shit.
A rib spreader.
Yeah.
Give me the jaws of life.
If MacGyver was a gynecologist, I got this shit.
Yeah. So it's always good fun times. I was training in an aid one time. And I had this gentleman who had some issues with getting yeast infections. So after he would, in his penis.
How do you get a yeast infection in your dick?
Oh, it's actually pretty common.
What?
It's generally on those that are uncircumcised.
Oh, wow.
Moisture collects, those types of things. So as part of this man's care plan, we had to fully wash him. You know, you retract the foreskin, you wash the penis, and then you put the foreskin back.
Sounding kind of sexy.
I was training in a new aide, and she was helping out. So with this guy, we used a blow dryer on the cool setting to dry him. And she was a very good looking young lady. Perfect little body, 19 years old, 18 years old, somewhere in there.
Go on.
So she grabs a hold of his penis and
Yeah.
retracts the foreskin.
Yeah.
Does the cleaning.
Oh, yeah.
Blow dries his penis.
Oh.
And goes to put the foreskin back, but it won't budge. And she is just distraught. She doesn't understand why it's not going back. And I am trying to stifle my laughter because, yeah.
I'm going to time out. I'm going to pull a Zach Morris. Time out. I'm envisioning a beautiful young girl trying to get this foreskin to go back. And she's like grabbing on the penis and like pulling towards her. And it's almost like she doesn't realize she's jacking an old guy off. And it's going to end with an accidental facial. That's really where I want this to go. Time in.
So she tries to get the foreskin to go back over the head of the penis, and it's not working. And I'm trying to hold back my laughter because obviously this gentleman has an erection. She has no idea. None. At all. So
Wait, how does she not know that he is a boner?
I don't know how she doesn't know.
Was she a Quaker? Has she
No.
never seen an erect penis in her life?
No, she hadn't. Ever.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Do you have her number?
Oh, I'm sure she's probably seen one now.
Oh.
Remember old man
like
Peen?
old ones. I hopefully didn't put it off of dicks in general.
So she finally says, Ashley, can I talk to you out in the hall? Yeah, absolutely. As I'm trying not to laugh because this is funny. She's like, what am I doing wrong? Why isn't this working?
You didn't spit in your hand first.
Gotcha, bitch! So I'm trying to explain this as delicately as I can.
I just told a joke so funny that like I thought of it and I said it, and this happens sometimes where I don't even have the full reaction when I say it, and then I'm going to get the giggles. This happens a lot at work when I'm telling jokes to my friend.
So anyway, I'm just going to finish this off.
Okay, go. Yeah, giggity.
So I explained to her that he has an erection, and she turns every shade of red I've ever seen. She is mortified. She's like, I can't go back in there. I'm like, well, you have to go back in there because I can't check you off on this until it's finished. So we go back in there, and she can't even look at the man. You know, and she's like blindly grabbing for his penis. It's hilarious. I mean, if you're there, there's no way you can't laugh.
I'm picturing it, and for some reason in my head, that song "Take My Breath Away" from the Dirty Dancing soundtrack is playing right now.
So here she is. He's still erect at this point.
Good for him.
Yeah, right? No Cialis needed. It didn't last longer than 4 hours, don't worry. So I told her, I said, you know, this might take a little while. And she's like, well, how long do I have to pull on it? And I'm like, no, you can stop pulling on it now. Wow. We're just going to give it some time. And he's laughing because he thinks this is funny too.
Well, no, shit.
She is absolutely oblivious to what happened until I have to explain it to her.
She's dumb and gorgeous and has a can-do attitude. That's like the perfect storm of what every dirty old man is looking for.
Exactly. So eventually it does go down, and she looks at me and she's like, can you do this? I'm like, no, go ahead. Because I'm mean. So she gets it pulled back over, and he says, same time tomorrow, as she's walking out the door. I laughed so hard. I had to sit down in the hallway. I was laughing so hard. Yeah, so from then after, she was always his favorite.
I bet. Breaking him in style. Note on the yeast infection down the pee hole thing. You know, I feel like the whole...
Not the pee hole. Like, you don't see it in the actual,
so
like,
in between
opening...
the layers of the dick folds.
Right, yeah.
Okay, well, maybe if he would have listened to Jamie Lee Curtis and eaten more Activia, he wouldn't have had that problem.
Right. See?
Maybe some probiotics. Maybe just pull the skin down and rub it in there. Just leave it. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but...
like a yogurt pop?
It could work. No, just like the probiotic powder. Just you put it in there.
Well, I don't know that you could do that.
Spit on the tip and then just pull it closed.
I don't know that you'd want to do that, because then you're keeping the moisture in.
This is a very oddly provocative episode when we're talking about old people's gross parts.
Yeah, you're welcome.
God damn. How many guys worked at this place?
The assisted livings?
Yeah.
I've worked at a few. But usually you have no more than one or two at a time.
And were they straight?
50-50, I would say.
Because I feel like, not that gay guys should be nurses, but working in that particular domain
as male
of
nurses?
Nursing. Yeah.
I've only ever worked with one male nurse.
Gay or straight?
He was straight.
Wow. Oh, God, I would hate to have that job. You walk in there and the old guy's like, you're not what I'm looking for.
Well,
go get one of those fucking blondes. You're not touching me.
Sometimes they don't want women in there, and they would prefer a male caregiver. And
because?
Some people are modest. I don't get it, but they are. It happens. I'm going to be like the naked lady that's walking down the hall, and they're always like, Ashley, come on, let's go back to your room. We got to put some pants on. And I'm going to be like, nope. Flapping in the breeze.
You can't tell me what to do.
That's right. That's going to be me.
I don't know how... I just picture a guy like trying to Cath an old man's dick, And because he knows how painful this could be. Like, he's feeling it. He's getting the fucking painful tingles in his mind, thinking about harming this guy. And he's just sitting there looking at it, just slowly threading in there, just sweating like it's defusing a bomb in an episode of Mission Impossible. And all of a sudden the old guy goes, just a little grunt. He's just like, "Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't fucking do this. Here's my name badge. I quit. I'm gone."
High pressure.
Right. There you go.
He's just not made for it in the clutch.
Yeah, no. I've only ever worked closely with one male nurse. When I did agency nursing, I did work with some male nurses here and there at different facilities for short periods of time, but the majority of nurses are obviously female. So
this makes me think of this chick that I used to work with who was kind of ditzy, and she did that like what your young trainee did, but she didn't have any nursing specialty. She just worked at one of these homes, and they hired people that were going into the program but not done with it yet. And she had this old guy one time where she had to change his diaper or something, and she goes in there and she starts helping him undo his pants, and he's like, "What are you doing? It's bedtime, not dinner time." Yeah.
that's totally something one of them would say.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's why I think if I was there and I had I'd get fired, not because I was bad at the job, but because the old ladies would probably try to say inappropriate shit, and then I'd just give it to them back. But what I would say would be like mean dirty, not like I want it dirty.
Yeah, that doesn't go over well.
Probably not. Be like, "Ethel, you can't afford me. And even if I was willing to give you a pity fuck right now, how would you even get wet? I mean, it smells like McDonald's during Lent down there, and I imagine there's quite a collection of cobwebs. So let's not waste either of our time by having a very disappointing and emotionally scarring sexual mishap. All right? See you at dinner time. Here's your pudding cup."
Yeah, that wouldn't go over well.
And I'm fired.
Yes, exactly. I did have an elderly gentleman. I bent down to tie his shoe, and he took my head and guided it towards his penis once. He had dementia, and yeah.
He had to, like, that's
like,
the
that is, yeah. Apparently that's all muscle memory.
I'm dropping hints for you. Are you picking up on them?
Yeah.
I'm vaguely suggesting you go. Where you go? Oh,
I know, I ruined his day.
I thought you were gonna say like you didn't notice that he had his testicles out of his zipper and he just teabagged you right there. He just slowly did like a lowering of the balls to the top of your head.
I have never been teabagged by an old man.
By an old man. I was gonna say wow, never, huh? But then you had to throw in that stipulation. So you've been teabagged in general.
Who asked?
Who asked? I just asked. I'm just curious.
We're not talking about this.
We're not talking about
old
balls?
man.
Oh, I'm sorry you don't want to have to admit to any balls on your face.
Well, they hit your chin quite frequently.
It's not the same as somebody just going bloop.
No, I've never had anybody just go bloop.
Well, I don't think anyone's going to make the sound effect. I mean, if they
Well,
did, if they did, that'd be fucking hilarious.
You know.
They started making beeping sounds like a truck going in reverse.
Beep, beep, beep.
And like, what the fuck
beep.
is going? And up, yeah, okay, right on the bridge of my nose. Thanks.
And there's your conjunctivitis.
Oh. Activia.
That's right.
Are you ready to play the RPS challenge?
He's going down this time.
Well, first off, it's not he.
Oh, did somebody else win?
Yeah, my 5-year-old.
Oh, I thought he took it back after that.
No, he got his instant rematch and he lost again.
Oh. All right.
And then
playing against Juice. Cool.
Playing against the Juice. I will make my chart. There's an A, there's a J, line, thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Blumpkin&Friends brings to you the RPS Intercontinental Championship Challenge of the World. So we have Nurse Ashley going up against current champion The Juice.
That was awesome.
Hand number 1.
Scissor.
The Juice threw a paper.
Woohoo.
Point to Ashley. Hand number 2.
Paper.
You threw a paper, the Jews threw scissors. Point to the juice.
Sounds like you're saying the Jews.
No, the juice.
Am I Hitler in this situation?
Yes.
Sweet.
Have a Nagila, bitch, you're going down.
That's right.
Hand number 3.
Oh, let's go paper.
Threw a rock, point to you.
Woohoo.
Hand number 4.
Scissor.
She threw a scissor. That's a tie. Okay, so the juice needs a tie here to retain. Hand number 5.
Scissor.
The juice threw a scissors. So,
I win.
Nurse Ashley is going to break my 5-year-old daughter's heart by winning the RPS challenge.
I do it to my daughter all the time.
Do you?
Yep.
Oh, usually I call her, I'm like, well, you're still the champion. I'm not going to tell her till tomorrow. I'll let her sleep it off. And then when I see her tomorrow, I'm like, hi, how was your day? You lost.
Sucks to be you.
Want to go to the playground?
Should have thrown a rock.
Do you
But don't throw rocks.
Do you need...
Because it hurts.
Do you need some fruit snacks?
I would like some fruit snacks.
I meant her to, like, eat her feelings.
But I would like to eat my feelings of winning. Celebration fruit snacks.
How very humble of you. You're not only gonna beat her at this, you're
I'm
gonna
gloat.
eat her fruit snacks.
That's right. It's like the victory lap that my dad used to do around the kitchen.
Every bite that I chew, I think of you going down, you little bitch.
That's
ha, ha,
right.
Ha, ha. Hey, could you take your tears and bottle them for me? I want to drink them because I think they're so sweet.
They're probably salty.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. No, they're sweet because she eats mostly carbs, so maybe they're sweet.
Yeah, they're probably still salty.
Okay. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. It's not like she's one of Willy Wonka's Oompa Loompas and she cries gumdrop tears.
That would be awesome.
It would be.
I'd be picking on her all day.
Would you?
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, your shirt makes you look retarded. Just take a finger and wipe a little.
It's not nice to say retarded.
Don't be one of those. I'm not saying it to an actual retarded person.
Well, that's probably good.
You know, it's not like I'm working at a McDonald's and suddenly somebody spills hot oil over the floor. I'm like, God, what are you, a fucking Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. All right, let's go get you cleaned up. Come on, buddy. Let's go get a juice box.
What is this all like kid-related food? Juice boxes, fruit snacks.
Well, first off, I imagine that if
gumdrops.
they're working at McDonald's, they're a high-functioning person with Down syndrome.
There's
And
a possibility.
People with Down syndrome are kind of childlike.
Or they're 16.
Well, that's a different kind. That's not actual retarded.
Well, I don't know. Hard to say.
That's developmentally delayed.
Have you met some 16-year-olds lately?
I try to avoid them because anytime you talk to them, they just look at you like, I have to fucking.
And then they
take this
text their
shit.
friends.
And then they're just
or
like,
Snapchat.
They're back down
or
into
something.
their phone. They're like, you know what? If I was your dad, I would wait until your girlfriend's 18th birthday and I would fuck the shit out of her in your bed. And then I'd leave a fucking photograph of it right there on your pillow for you to find.
That's
Old
really
school.
disturbing.
Old school Polaroid of my dick in your girlfriend's mouth. That's so fucking funny now, are you, asshole?
That's really disturbing.
Yeah, well.
Glad she's 18, but that's disturbing.
Well, I wanted to make it legal. Emotionally scarring only for him.
Or her.
Well, I didn't say it was rape. Now you've gone and turned it into like a rape fantasy.
Okay, creepy.
You did it. Your mind
No,
went there.
that was you. That was all you.
You're the one who's talking about 19-year-old girls grabbing at old dicks and pulling on skin.
Get you all excited.
Yeah, I know.
19-year-old girls and your old peen. Don't you have a birthday coming up?
Just gonna put my arms behind my head, fucking pull on it. No, I'm circumcised, but yeah, I have a birthday coming up.
Well, happy birthday.
Yay.
Old man.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm younger than you. I can do that.
Son of a bitch.
Haha.
Interact with the show on Twitter at Blumpkin Show. That is at Blumpkin Show. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Blumpkin&Friends. I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
And I'm Nurse Ashley.
Good night.
Why isn't this working?
You didn't spit in your hand first.
Gotcha, bitch.
gonna put my arms behind my head, fucking pull on it. No, I'm circumcised, but yeah, I have a birthday coming up.